Afternoon, Facebook and Bond Nation. Oh crap! It's a Friday afternoon. We probably have crummy internet, thanks to TELUS. If anyone from Shaw watches this video, come visit us because maybe we need to change your internet connection. Anyways, got a special guest here, Greg Roach from Biometrics. We're going to talk about fat loss versus weight loss. I'm going to run around behind the counter, and here we go. Say hi, Greg.
Hey guys, good to see ya.
Okay, so lots of people come in here and they tell me, look, I want to get in shape or I want to lose weight, and they have a goal weight in mind. Greg here works or owns and runs and operates Biometrics. So why don't we start with what does Biometrics do?
So we're a mobile sport lab. So typically we contract out to different gyms, sport teams, businesses, and do on-site body fat testing, VO2 max, resting metabolic rate, and lactate threshold testing.
Very cool. Yeah, so probably what's the testing you do the most?
Definitely body fat testing.
Yeah.
By far.
Okay. How many tests do you think you've done in the course of being a mobile tester?
Yeah, we've been in business just over 3 years now, and we're definitely over 1,000 tests here right now.
Wow. Okay, you've seen a lot. And a lot of people come to you again with the idea that they'd like to lose some weight.
Yeah, well, predominantly, like our biggest demographic by far tends to be middle-aged women. They've had their kids and the families are growing, and now it's time to take care of themselves. And they want to know that they want to get down to business, and they want to lose that fat. So,
okay, so when we talk about weight, what are we actually talking about?
We're talking about fat. Everybody wants fat loss, but when you lose weight, it doesn't necessarily correlate that it's just fat that you're losing.
Right.
You could also be losing muscle mass.
Right, and this actually shows up when they do a scan, a body fat scan with you, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, so, because I just said to Greg earlier, well, if I take a leak, technically I've lost weight, but what does that mean? That's completely irrelevant.
yeah, that's not really any fat loss there.
You've probably, if I had this machine, I'm a complete nerd, I would be like scanning myself every hour of every day to watch how my weight changed, and I'd probably graph it in a spreadsheet. Have you ever done that?
Yeah, when we first picked up the technology, I'm a big data geek as well too, obviously. So we were testing ourselves under different conditions, different times of day, and the weight fluctuation even throughout the day can be pretty dramatic.
Okay.
And if I lost 5 pounds in a day, that's not fat.
No.
That's pretty much all water.
Yeah, I think I've seen my weight change 8 pounds in a single day. And I could just drink like 2 liters of water right now and I've just added nearly 5 pounds in terms of weight. So I think the take-home message we want you guys to get is that maybe not focus so much just on weight loss. So, because, okay, I get a lot of people coming in and say, look, I want to be toned or ripped, lean, shredded. But really, all these terms mean is lowering their body fat percentage. Now, when you do a body scan, what information do you get from the body scan?
So, well, number one, we're going to get your weight, which
Yeah.
I really don't care about because it doesn't tell me anything about you. We get your lean body mass, which is bone, water, and muscle.
Yep.
We get your total fat mass as well too, which gives us your body fat percentage.
Yep.
We get your water retention levels, so that's a direct reflection of what you eat. So if you eat basically crap food for a short version of putting it,
Yeah.
you tend to retain water, so we can actually measure that as well too. And how much muscle you have in each arm, each leg, and your upper body individually.
Very cool. We actually have one here. Probably can't see it with our crappy Facebook live connection thanks to TELUS. But anyways, that's what a scan looks like. It gives you a ton of useful information, tells you exactly what's going on in your body, far more useful than just weight itself. How frequently do people test, or what do you recommend?
Every 2 to 3 months approximately. So if you're on a program and it's not delivering good results in 2 to 3 months, the program's not working.
Right, okay. And 2 to 3 months, that's enough time for like significant changes to occur, and it will show up.
Yeah, and further to the point is that's how the regular tracking works. So a lot of people are on the same program for 6 months to a year with little to no change. Well, had they gotten a test, we could have caught that in the beginning.
Or said, here's exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
So I show a lot of people, I tell a lot of people biometrics because I think this is such useful information. And I show them my scans from September and November over a 2-month period of time where my weight only changed by 2 pounds. And I was like, what the heck is going on? We did the body scan and found that I had gained 7.5 pounds lean mass while losing nearly 10 pounds of fat mass. That's 17 pounds of net change in body composition that shows up as 2 pounds on the scale.
Yeah.
Should we throw the scale away?
Not necessarily. It is a form of measurement,
Okay.
and it gives us an indication of what's happening. Average fat loss for most people tends to be around 1 to 2 pounds of fat a week. So
Yeah.
the heavier we are, actually, the more fat that you can lose.
Fair enough.
In a period of time.
Yeah. So you have a bit of a background in nutrition as well.
Yeah, we've done lots of nutritional consulting as well too.
Yep.
And obviously to help people hit their goals, we're
Yep.
definitely invested in helping people.
So what do you think made the most? You've done over 1,000 scans.
Yeah.
You've seen tons of changes. What made like the big, or what am I trying to say here? The biggest factor in terms of people changing their body composition in a positive way?
It's definitely the food.
The
by
food.
far. So you
Yeah.
literally cannot outtrain a crappy diet. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah. And do you see common trends in how people have changed their food?
Just in regards to getting the best results.
Yeah.
The people actually that get the best results actually eat a lot of food. So the people that starve themselves, they get little to no results.
Yeah.
So
Further to that,
yeah. Go ahead.
I tried this. I tried starving myself for like 2 months. Starving myself is eating 1,800 calories a day, which is not very much for this wee little man here. I think I'd lost 12 pounds of lean mass over that period of time.
Yeah, you did.
12 pounds of lean mass. That's useless. In fact, that's going backwards. So, yeah, my weight went down, but I'd lost so much lean mass that my basal metabolic rate also slowed down. So that measurement or that crash diet was completely useless for me. Do you see this?
All the time. There's a lot of fad diets out there, super low calorie, and super low calorie can help you lose a lot of fat in a very short window. I'm talking like maybe 2 weeks if you
Okay.
do 2 to 3 weeks low calorie.
And then you
But
got
it's-
to quit it.
Yeah, and then you need to ramp up the calorie intake because your metabolism slows down. Your
Yeah.
body thinks it's starving,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, we better shut things down. So your metabolism kicks down and it starts to store fat.
Yeah.
And then it eats your muscle mass because if your basal metabolic rate is 1,800 calories a day for a guy like you,
Yeah.
and you're only eating 1,800 calories and you're still working out 5 days a week,
Yep.
and you're burning, let's say, 2,500 calories,
Yep.
your body's going to get that 700 calories
Out of
one way or another because you're burning it. So
Yeah,
it's going to get it
absolutely.
from your lean muscle mass. And
Yeah.
so that's when people start on that low calorie, they'll still see the weight loss, but they've gone that low calorie for too long that it's now eating their muscle mass, which obviously is very
Yeah.
negative.
That moves
We
you
don't wanna
completely
go there.
backwards.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now when it comes to training, I'm 34, I think. Yeah.
Hopefully, that's what you've been telling me.
Yeah, okay. But we've seen a lot of dogma too. Like a lot of people still think they need to run the fat away, do a ton of cardio to burn fat. What's your thinking?
It certainly helps.
Okay.
In my experience, running has probably been one of the best fat burners, and even in my own experience when
Yep.
I've been running lots, it was helping me out. But strength is definitely a key part of that as well too, because of these long cardio sessions can actually be detrimental to your muscle mass. If that's all you do, you definitely will not build any muscle mass.
Yeah.
And you can actually lose a little bit
Okay.
when doing that. So it's definitely, you need both, in my
Yeah,
opinion.
Absolutely. Strength training is huge, particularly for females. You say you do quite a few females. Have you seen any female who started lifting weights get big like a man?
Never.
Never.
Doesn't happen.
Doesn't happen. In fact, you kind of shrink. So, like 1 pound of fat might take up this much space. Well, 1 pound of muscle takes up this much space. You actually shrink when you build muscle and lose some fat. But you may actually weigh more. Even maybe you've seen that as well, where they gain weight, but their body composition changes.
Well, yeah. As an example, you could take two women that are both 5'6".
Yeah.
They both weigh 150 pounds.
Sure.
But one has 15% body fat, and the other one can have 30% body fat.
Yep.
So, and it's all the metrics are the same in regards to their height and weight,
Yep.
but their muscle mass is really the significant changer in that.
Yeah,
Does that make sense?
absolutely. How long does it take to do a scan with you?
The actual scanning process itself only takes about a minute. Like,
Yeah.
the technology's come so far, just like anything else,
Yeah.
as we are on Facebook Live.
Yeah. And
But the
you publish-
consultation part takes a good 15 minutes because we do personalized recommendations based on the results and what kind of goals that you want to hit. And so everybody wants something a little bit different, so we can help you steer you in the right direction to make sure that you hit your goals.
Awesome. And they can find you, I guess, on the interwebs?
Yep, we're at bio-metrics.ca, and we're located right in Red Deer here.
Yep.
We do also do events in Edmonton and Calgary as well too, so you can hop on our webpage, check out the events, and see where we're going to be in your area.
Yeah. And it's pretty easy to make a booking with you?
Yeah, for sure. We have a portal on our website. You can email us on our Facebook page. We have an online booking system, even if you want to do that, if you're comfortable with the interweb. So
Yeah. So what I want to encourage you to do is, if you're interested, or if you're trying to, let's say, change your health for the better, get a body composition analysis done. At one point in time in my life, I weighed over 300 pounds and I was over 45% body fat. I know it's hard to believe I'm so svelte and good looking now, but I wish I had a body scan from when I was that weight, because then I would see how dramatically I've improved my body composition from then. So if you're thinking about making a change, don't bury your head in the sand and be like, I don't want to know about it. No, by all means do. You'll find that people are tremendously supportive and helpful of your desire to make a positive change. And honestly, having the data that shows, even if your weight hasn't changed, how much your body composition has changed, hugely useful. I'm a big fan of what they do at Biometrics. We tell everybody we can about it for that reason, because it's so useful in your journey to health. So, anything you want to add to wrap up?
Not a whole pile, but like, I've tested you, I don't even know how many times now. We're getting close to a dozen times anyways, Jonathan. He definitely is a big nerd on the number, maybe even more than me. But
I run a lot of experiments. I experiment on myself with different diets to see how my body composition changes. I think I'm kind of done with experimenting now, and maybe actually getting serious about pursuing one particular goal. But I've done the low calorie. I've watched myself burn through 12 pounds of lean mass. I've done the high calorie and watched myself put on 10 pounds of fat mass in 3 weeks. It's incredible how fast it can come back as well. But yeah, without that data, I wouldn't have known what was happening. So I strongly recommend it. If you're trying to change your health, get a body scan done. They're incredibly affordable, incredibly useful, and also very accurate. That's maybe one thing I want to say too. Very, very accurate, very repeatable, very easy. So, anything else?
Yeah, just on the accurate side of things, is like the technology that we use, the InBody. Historically, bioelectrical impedance actually wasn't all that accurate. But the main part was because they couldn't read our upper body, and that's where we carry 50% of our weight. So I won't get into the super geek details about it, but the InBody technology can accurately read our upper body, which gets us to 1 to 2% accuracy, which is considered a gold standard method. So
absolutely
non-invasive, really easy test. And
painless.
We get you piles of tests. Yeah, I've only electrocuted a few people, so just kidding.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us. Greg, thanks for coming out. Really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Love to see you guys get a body scan. And Greg's a wealth of knowledge. Very, very helpful guy to talk to as well when you have questions about nutrition. So thanks again. I'm going to surf across the counter and say have a good night, have a good weekend.
Thanks, guys.
Be safe out there.